Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy Peasy English. In today's long English learning podcast, we are going to talk about something that affects all of us every single day: money. Money is a common topic in daily conversations, at work, with friends, with family, and even when traveling. Many English learners feel nervous talking about money in English because they are afraid of sounding rude, confused, or not confident. In this podcast, we will learn how to talk about money in a simple, polite, and natural way, using easy English that you can practice every day. Before we begin, remember one important idea. You do not need advanced vocabulary to talk about money well. You only need clear thinking, simple sentences, and confidence. In this podcast, we will focus on everyday English, not difficult financial terms. Our goal is to help you understand, listen, and speak comfortably about money in real-life situations. Let's start with the mindset. Many people think money conversations are difficult, but in real life, most money conversations are simple. We talk about prices, salaries, savings, expenses, bills, and plans. If you can talk about your daily routine, you can also talk about money. The key is to think in English, not translate from your first language word for word. When you think simply, you speak clearly. First, let's talk about basic money vocabulary that you already know but may not use confidently. Words like money, cash, card, price, cheap, expensive, pay, spend, save, earn, and budget are enough to start strong conversations. For example, you can say, "I try to save money every month," or "This restaurant is a bit expensive," or "I usually pay by card." These sentences are simple, but they are powerful because they are used every day by native speakers. Now let's move to daily conversation examples. Imagine you are talking with a friend about your daily life. You might say, "I'm trying to spend less money this month," or "I'm saving money for a vacation," or "I need to pay my bills this weekend." These sentences are natural and very common. You don't need to explain everything. Short sentences are enough to communicate clearly. Next, let's talk about money at work. Many learners feel nervous when talking about salary or work expenses, but again, keep it simple and polite. You can say, "I'm happy with my salary right now," or "I'm looking for a better opportunity," or "My company pays for transportation." If you need to talk about a problem, you can say, "I need to manage my expenses better," or "I'm trying to save more money this year." These sentences are honest, polite, and professional. Now let's look at a real-life case example. Imagine Anna, an English learner working in an international company. At first, she avoided money conversations because she was afraid of making mistakes, but she started practicing simple sentences every day. She practiced saying, "I'm saving money," "I'm planning my budget," and "I try not to spend too much." Over time, her confidence grew. She realized that people care more about understanding than perfect grammar. This is a powerful lesson for all English learners. Let's talk about money in daily shopping conversations. When you are in a store, you might ask, "How much is this?" or "Is there a discount?" or "Can I pay by card?" These are very useful sentences. You can also say, "That's too expensive for me," or "This is a good price." Practice saying these sentences out loud. Confidence comes from repetition. Another important part of money conversation is talking about habits. You can talk about your habits using simple present tense. For example, "I usually save a little money every month," or "I don't like spending money on unnecessary things," or "I plan my budget at the beginning of the month." These sentences help you talk about money in a personal and natural way. Now let's talk about motivation. Learning English through daily topics like money makes your learning meaningful. When you connect English with real life, you remember words faster and feel more confident speaking. Instead of memorizing long word lists, focus on sentences you actually use. This method saves time and reduces stress. Here is a simple strategy you can use. Choose one money topic per day. One day, practice talking about saving money. Another day, talk about spending money. Another day, talk about your salary or budget. Speak out loud for 5 to 10 minutes. You don't need a partner. You can talk to yourself. This is one of the most effective ways to improve speaking skills. Another powerful tip is shadowing. Listen to this podcast and repeat after me. Repeat the sentences slowly. Copy the rhythm and pronunciation. Shadowing helps train your brain to think and speak in English naturally without translating. Let's also talk about polite expressions when discussing money. Instead of saying, "I don't have money," you can say, "I'm trying to save money right now," or "It's not in my budget." These expressions sound softer and more natural. Politeness is very important in money conversations. Now let's imagine another case example. Imagine you are traveling and talking about money with a friend. You might say, "I need to exchange some money," or "I'm trying to travel on a budget," or "This trip is cheaper than I expected." These sentences help you communicate clearly while traveling. Over time, as you practice, you will notice something important. Your fear will slowly disappear. You will stop worrying about grammar and start focusing on communication. This is when real fluency begins. Remember, money is not just about numbers. It is about choices, habits, and goals. When you talk about money in English, you are also practicing talking about your life. This makes your English more personal and more powerful. Before we finish, let's review the key ideas. Keep your sentences simple, focus on daily vocabulary, practice speaking out loud every day, don't be afraid of mistakes. Confidence grows with action, not perfection. English learning is a journey, just like managing money. Small daily habits create big results over time. If you practice a little every day, your English will grow naturally and comfortably. Thank you for listening to Easy Peasy English. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, simple English is powerful English. Like this video, subscribe to Easy Peasy English, comment, "I am learning English through daily conversations."